Aye, Madenka, I think that's the one, you know.
Look, I'm from the town. I'm from the town. Send me the Addy. I'm hunting him down. Grr. Get off the stage, and I jump in the crowd. Hey, they keep saying we too wild. Bow. I fell in love with the crowd. I did. They fell in love with the sound. They did. Grr. Bow. 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 Attention. Attention. Move round with a vengeance. Ayy. Bow. Bend them. Throw it down. Offend them. Ayy. 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 I'm with the demons and the henchmen. I am. We can't wait until we see as a victim. Give me the money. I need it. I'm itching. I am. Them N-words, know when I see them, it's different. Ayy. I know they are op, cause my finger keep twitching. Ayy. Bow. Leaving him lifted. Leaving him lifted. Blicky. Blick him. Blick him. Blick him. Blick him. Blick him. Bow. Give me a moment.
Aye, Madenka, I think that's the one, you know.
Can you hear the insanity already? Good morning,
Madenka, I think that's the one, you know.
good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Drill Time, the drilling of Lesandro Guzman-Feliz. Gang leaders sentenced to 25 years to life for machete slaying of teen in Bronx bodega. Gang leaders sentenced to 25 years to life for machete slaying of teen in Bronx bodega. 15-year-old Lesandro Jr. Guzman-Feliz Jr., who was not a gang member, was mistaken for one. So he was chased nearly 4 blocks. This young boy was chased nearly 4 blocks into a bodega where he begged, he pleaded with the counter clerk to let him hide behind the counter. That young, beautiful man begged, he pleaded. He was not a gang member, he just wanted to live, to survive this moment and lay in the arms of his beautiful mother, to hug his father, to see another day, to see the pride on his mother's face on graduation day. See, Lesandro Guzman-Feliz wanted to be a police officer. He was in a program for police officers, for youth that wanted to become officers. How could they do this to him?
Aye, Madenka, I think that's the one, you know.
How could they do this? How?
Madenka, I think that's the one, you know.
Let's continue. Pardon me. He was mistaken for a gang member. He was chased and dragged out of a Bronx bodega, stabbed with knives and a machete, and left dying on a street corner in a brutal 2018 murder that shook the entire community. This article's by 4 New York, written by Jessica Cunnington. Two gang leaders were sentenced Friday for the murder of Lesandro Guzman-Feliz at a Bronx bodega 4 years ago. Jessica Cunnington reports. Two reputed leaders of the Trinitarios gang were sentenced Friday for the ruthless machete murder of 15-year-old Lesandro Jr. Guzman-Feliz in a Bronx bodega in a case of mistaken identity that shook an entire community. Diego Ciro, 33, and Frederick, then 24, were both convicted of second-degree murder in July for the kill order that ended with Junior's death. However, it was on Friday that they learned they would spend 25 years to life in prison for their part in the horrifying 2018 murder that was caught on security cameras.
Aye, Madenka, I think that's the one, you know.
Diego Ciro, 33 years of age. Frederick Thin, 24 years of age, were both convicted of second-degree murder, and they learned their fate. Allow me to say thank you. Thank you to the jurors, each and every one of you brave men and women, for upholding your duty to this great nation. Thank you to the judges, the prosecutors, thank you. The investigators, the reporters, thank you. The citizens of the city of New York, the citizens of the Bronx borough that cried out for justice for Junior, who marched in the streets in a stand against that gangster filth, that cancerous gangster mentality, that vile soot that wants to infect us and keep us living on a hamster wheel of pain and terror. They wreak havoc on our communities. They wreak havoc on our communities. Leandra, the mother of Junior, proclaimed, "We got justice for Junior," just mere moments after watching the two men who orchestrated her son's murder learn their fates. We got justice for Junior. We got justice for Junior. Thank God. They get what they deserve. Thank God. Do you hear that mother's pain? Yet do you understand how heroic a true Marvel comic character in real life, a true She-Hulk, to rise up and fight for justice as someone, as two men, two animals, two dogs, less than
I think that's the one, you know.
Something lower than feces. They decided to orchestrate such a horrific and gut-wrenching homicide situation. A murder that left a city and a country. As others watched from other states and learned of Junior, they ran to their social media in support. From many states, from many people of many colors and many racial backgrounds were in support of justice for Junior. And this mother, this beautiful queen, this goddess, this giver, this bringer of life, this portal of energy and light, said, we got justice for Junior. We got justice for Junior. Thank God they get what they deserve. We got justice for Junior. Junior's never going to come back from the grave. And they're never going to come back to the streets. Do you hear that, woman? Talk about a superwoman, superpowers, an X-Men. Do you hear that strength? Let me give it to you again, because these are what I call bars. This is what you drop something to. We got justice for Junior. Junior's never going to come back from the grave. And they are never going to come back to the streets. Leandro went on to say of the convicted killers. Clark also shared a poignant message outside of court. For those who choose gang life, need to know that this is where it ends. State prison for the rest of your life, she said. Ciro, prosecutors say, was the leader of the Los Sores set of the Trintarios, pardon me. Ciro, prosecutors say, was the leader of the Los Sores set of the Trintarios and gave the order on the night of June 20th, 2018 to go out and kill members of Sunset, a rival set. Then, Mr. Then, who was second in command, prosecutors say, was at the scene making sure the order was carried out. This sick, twisted, demented, dark, non-human sat and watched as a 15-year-old Junior cried out for his life, cried out for his mother, cried out for justice. He was not a gang member, but the group thought he was one, because anyone will do, right? Any Latin boy, any Hispanic boy, any boy of that color with that texture of hair would have done that night. Any one of them. It didn't matter. It would have been your child. It would have been her child. It would have been his child and their child and their child. It doesn't matter to these monsters. They are American monsters. Pardon me. The group thought he was one. They chased him and dragged him out of a bodega. And they stabbed that beautiful young man and left him dying on a street corner. A life that wanted to be a police officer. A life, do you hear me? A life that was meant to protect, to serve and protect. A boy that wanted to serve and protect the Bronx or nearby boroughs was left to die on a corner, and the city of New York reacted as such, as if they lost a fellow officer. The New York Police Department reacted as such that they took one of the boys in blue, and God blessed them for doing so and bringing this beautiful mother her family justice. Video of the brutal killing went viral. It shook the Bronx and the entire world. The entire internet grieved for this mother and their family members. Judge Martin Marcus told Ciro, and then during sentencing, that even though they did not stab Junior, he died because of their order to kill. Because of their order to kill. Marcus went on to tell then that since he was at the scene, he could have taken steps to prevent the killing, but he did not. Neither Ciro or then spoke before sentencing, but Leandra addressed the courtroom. And this, I told you, this superhero, this unsung goddess, this crime fighter within a great city, within a great borough, stood up in that court, and that woman said, "That night, 2 of us died, my son and I." She said in Spanish, "I want them to understand that when they made this decision, they too lost their lives." What a powerful woman. What an outstanding human being. What a gracious creator on God's green earth. You are amazing. Got 52 shots in this Glock, but a N-word won't let him. XD, a N-word toting Beretta. Ruffle them feathers, don't get shot, I leave them deader. I got your B-word,
I think that's the one, you know.
Sucking on my treasure. I woo from the floor, yeah, we do it better. I got Tony, I got
that's the one, you know.
I got hoes. And I'm Hugh Hefner. B-word, I'm a dog. I'm a blue devil. One dead in Neiman. Scanning, it's reading. Perk hit, I'm geeking. Ish turned me into a demon. I woo from the floor, yeah. We do it better. I got hoes. Now I'm Hugh Hefner. B-word, I'm a dog. I'm a blue devil, they're telling you. I'm a blue devil. One dead in Neiman, scanning, it's reading. Perk hit, I'm geeking. Ish turned me to a demon. Although little TJ's words had nothing to do with this murder, they paint a dark and grim picture of African American terrorism. Thank you for joining me on Drill Time, the drilling of Lesandro Guzman-Feliz. May his beautiful mother, Leandra Feliz, find peace. And may the city of New York find justice.